Hi guys, welcome to the call tonight. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to have you guys on the call. So tonight we have an awesome guest speaker. I want to jump kind of right in to give her some time because she has some awesome stuff to share tonight. So the one announcement that I do have is I did a drawing based on the hashtag game we did for the hashtag for Super Saturday, the Make an Impact H for L. And I want to give a shout out to Becky Lilly. She won. So Becky Lilly is going to be, which you guys, this girl went to a Super Saturday that wasn't even anywhere near her, and she didn't know anyone. She went all by herself and like totally rocked it. So that's awesome. But I'm going to be sending her an edible arrangement. So Becky, congratulations. That's awesome. Way to step out of your comfort zone. All right, so without further ado, let's jump right into our guest speaker tonight. So I reached out to Kate Morris to ask her to speak on the call tonight because she's a rock star and she's a new diamond on our team, but also because she has done some great attraction marketing in her business, and she has made, I can't tell you how many coaches get pregnant and are immediately like, I can't be a coach anymore, which I think is so silly because I think you have such a big motivator at that point in time to grow your business. So this girl is showing you guys and everyone else how to do it, how to work this business, and how to be successful. So Kate, girl, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you.
All right. I'm nervous, guys, so bear with me. I made a little slideshow just because I'm not a very good speaker. I'm more of a writer, and I like to ramble, and I get off topic, and it's awful. So I'm going to try and share this little slideshow and try and stay on point. Can everyone hear me okay? Good. All right. Let's see here. Well, maybe. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Can everyone see that? Did I do that right? Anybody?
We can see it.
All right. Sorry, I was trying to mute myself. Okay, thank you. I was like, I can't see anybody's head nodding. All right. So Jenna helped me come up with this name. Know your worth. It starts with belief. Right there, I have a little picture of everyone at Winter Summit. That's kind of when things started changing for me the most, I would say. I was actually, I think I was pregnant in that picture, but only like a couple weeks, so I didn't even know. All right. So, growing my business while growing a human. A lot of people take pregnancy as a time to relax and just enjoy the process. I take it as a time to kick it into gear. It's time to work a little harder, be healthier, and even more committed than I was before. Because right now I'm not just responsible for my life anymore, but I'm now responsible for the life growing inside me. And a lot of people ask how I'm not craving bad food or how I'm working out. And kind of like Jenna says, it was my motivation once I found out that I was pregnant. Like I wasn't just doing this for me anymore. So this is where kind of panicked a little bit. I could have said, we're going to need more money. I need to go back to work full time and, get my full-time job back so I have this stable paycheck coming in so that we can save up money. But I thought of the people that I've helped, and I thought of the messages that I get every day. I thought of the people, my coaches that I've chosen to help lead in this business. And I realized that this whole thing is about more than just me. It's about everyone else and who I've impacted. And even though I don't think that I do a whole lot and I don't think I'm anything special, there are people that do look up to me and that I do inspire. So yeah, I just kind of told myself I had to figure this out. I had to get it done. I had to hit my diamond goal. I had my diamond goal for months now. Every month I had said, I'm going to hit diamond, I'm going to hit diamond. And this was just the month that I kind of had to make it all work. So I did. A lot of the times we forget that we have more to offer, and we forget that we're doing something more than just selling a product. These are just a few examples of things that we offer other than just the material things. We offer friendship, happiness, energy, a different way of life, knowledge, self-confidence, support. Not everyone realizes that a healthy body equals a healthy mind. We as coaches realize that because we've gone through it, we've made the changes, but people who are watching you sometimes don't realize that. They think that it's just something for weight loss, or it's, just another fad diet. And it's so much more than that. So we have to make sure that we're sharing so much more than that. Recently in my business, I've started talking more about how I suffer from depression. My first probably 10 weeks of pregnancy, it was hitting me pretty hard. I guess it was just the extra hormones and all the changes going on with my body and in my life. I started to struggle a lot. I wasn't doing my workouts. I wasn't eating right. I was crying for no reason. I was starting to feel hopeless and lost again. And once I started feeling that way, I just kind of turned it around. I started sharing more about that on my Facebook. And the people that I connected with and the people who feel the same way, I had no idea so many people felt the same way that I had. So don't be afraid to share stuff like that. Share more than just the products. Let's see. Oops. All right. So the second thing that I kind of had to remind myself was not to give up on yourself. When you feel like giving up, think about what all you're giving up and what all you're going back to. When you feel like giving up or taking a break, just remember, if you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards. There is no standing still. You're either moving forward or you're moving backwards. If you're not showing up every day, you're not posting, you're not keeping in touch with people, you're losing their trust. And trust is the number one thing that you want from people following you on your Facebook or on your journey. When you take a break or you give up, it's just like starting over. I look at that picture that I have there. That's me, the picture on the left, in both pictures. When I first started my health and fitness journey, first started with Beachbody altogether. And I don't want to go back to that. I remember how I was feeling in the picture. That's just my face there. It says tired, workaholic, cardio junkie. I remember how I felt then. I remember how depressed I was and what a stressful situation my marriage was in. And the picture on the left where you can just see my weight loss there. Same thing. Like, it just takes me back to a time that I don't want to go back to. So that's what I always try and think about when I think that emerald my limit or diamond's my limit. I just think of that, and I think that I need to keep moving forward. A lot of time, if you take a break, you lose your motivation, and if you're anything like me, it's really, really hard to get it back. Just like I said, the first couple weeks of pregnancy was very, very difficult for me, and getting back into my workouts and getting back into that routine was hard at first. I just kind of had to wake up one morning and do it. But now that I'm doing it, I don't want to stop. Every morning, I was telling my husband yesterday, I actually had an off day because I didn't wake up early and I didn't do my workout, and the whole day just crumbled after that. So instead of taking a break or giving up, my suggestion is to find a way to fix it. So if you're really feeling down, you probably just need to read some more personal development, set some new goals, or even listen to a podcast or a call. So with me suffering from depression, even when I hit diamond, it was exciting, but then I got so overwhelmed. I was like, oh my word, like, what do I do now? How do I keep diamond? How do I move forward from here? I was freaking myself out, and I just happened to be driving home from my Sky Zone class one day, and I got on YouTube because I had listened to all of Chalene Johnson's podcast already, and I remembered that Emily had said to listen to some of, I think it was Lindsay Matway and Bonnie Engel's videos on there. So I was like, okay, I'll look something up, and I brought up Lindsay's YouTube channel, and I think it was like the first or second video. It was something about what to do when you go, after you go diamond, like you're diamond, what now? I listened to that podcast and turned my whole day around, turned my mood around. Like I instantly knew where I was going. I didn't feel overwhelmed anymore. So that's my suggestions: personal development, set new goals, into those podcasts even for more personal development, but never give up and never take a break. All right, sorry, this little box is in my way. I'm gonna try to move it. There we go. All right, this is gonna kind of lead into some of my posting and how I make my post and what I post about and all that kind of stuff. So show up every single day. Like I said, the number one thing that I hear from people for why they choose to work with me is I trust you. And those words mean so, so much to me. Because I don't see myself as a leader. I don't see myself as someone that someone looks up to. But that's the thing I hear a lot is I trust you. So if you're showing up every single day, you're continuing to post and just be there, because there are some people that go to your page every day just to see what you're up to, just to see how you're doing, to see what's new in your life. So if you just stop showing up and you just kind of disappear, that kind of makes that trust go away. Another thing I've been doing a lot of is commenting. So you want to make sure that you're liking people's posts and also commenting on it. Even if it's someone that you don't talk too much, or you don't really know what to say, just a hey, good job, or hey, I'm praying for you, whatever they're asking for, just leave a comment. It's always good. It gets people look at that and they'll want to see who you are. That's how I add a lot of new friends too. Another thing, be real and be raw. I know Jen tells me I'm real and raw all the time, but that's what people want. They don't want someone who has this perfect, like, cookie cutter life. They want to see your highs as well as your lows. And sometimes I share a little too much of my lows. But people like to see that. They like to see that you're real, you're just like them, and that if you can do it, they can do it. It gives them hope that if you came from this, dark place, that they can do it too. And then, of course, value. We always talk about adding value to our post. So basically, don't just post to post. Don't just post to be seen. I always like to put a little something. If I post a picture or a quote, I always like to put a little something of what I'm thinking with it instead of just the smiley face emoji or something like that. So yeah, just add value to your post. Then here we will jump in, check my time. Okay, I'm good. Here we'll jump in a little more to some of my posts and how I create stuff. I also put some of my coaches' posts on here because I found them and I thought they were actually really good. I was like, I need to share those. So, with your posts, again, be real, be yourself. Actually, real quick story. My mom was saying to me the other day, she's like, you should make a separate business Facebook. And I was like, well, I kind of have one, but I don't really post on it because then I would just be, double posting. And she's like, well, I don't really like seeing your health and fitness stuff all the time. And I want to see more of you. And so I got to thinking, and I was like, okay, maybe I can do that. And then I thought, and I was like, what I share on my Facebook is my life. It's, how I live every day. So that's all you have to think about whenever you're thinking about your post. You don't have to put too much into it. You don't have to overthink it. A second thing, I usually like to use a lot of questions or some stuff like that in my posts because you just want people to interact. The more people that talk on your post, the more people see your post. Like right here, let's see. I had just shared, I was sitting in my car, I was feeling overwhelmed, and I decided to make a little like brain dump, and then I just put here, when I have a lot to do, I make a list. If I don't make a list, none of it will get done because I have too many to-dos spinning around in my head. I shut down, just make a list, organize your thoughts. Tons of people love that. People that I didn't even think looked at my post were looking at my post and commenting on that and messaging me about that. Let's see. Make people laugh. I'm really good at that. I'm really sarcastic. And again, like I said, just being yourself. If you have a funny story to share, I know Jenna does it a lot. If you have a funny story to share or something like that, that's always something great. People love that. People love funny stuff. They love seeing that you're a real person. You're not just a robot. Let's see. Connect. Be vulnerable. Like I had mentioned in one of my other slides, how I've been talking more about my struggle with depression lately. People really, really connect to that. I've had people messaging me just about that, and they're like, do you think that working out will help me? Do you think that eating better will help me? And it's amazing to me. I didn't know that many of my friends were struggling the same way I was. So even if you're kind of afraid to share something, you should share it anyway, because there's a really good chance that someone else out there needs to hear it and someone else is struggling with it, and you could really help them and make a big impact in their life. Last one, practice what you preach. Use photos of yourself whenever you're making these posts. If you don't have any photos to use, you're more than likely not practicing what you're preaching then. You're not doing your 3 vital behaviors. You're not working out. You're not drinking your Shakeology. So you need to make sure you're doing those and posting about it. Like my coach Hallie over here, she has her little weight. She had got a new set of weights in her Shakeology, and she was actually doing her workout there. My coach Ashley, she had posted up there, and she posted about a struggle that she was having that day. She was slacking on her workouts. She didn't want to do anything. She didn't feel that great. But she said, after she was done with it, it made her feel a lot better. So those are just some Be Real posts. And then the last one, stand out. Take a creative photo. It doesn't have to be a selfie of you smiling all the time. It can be, I make myself look like a real fool sometimes, and people love it. It's just, that's me. You don't have to tell the whole story in the photo. Like this one up here where I'm eating runts and holding a weight. My story wasn't really in the photo. It was more in the caption that I posted with that. I know some of you saw it, some of you didn't. But I had more to say in the caption, and I wanted people to read that. And so I just used a catchy photo like that. Same thing with my dog down there. People love photos of my dogs. They're more popular than I am. So I just put, what people think in reality, and then that made them click on it and want to go read my post. Add text to your own photo. I don't have a really good example of it up here, but just like you see photos all the time of the fit girl flexing and some inspirational quote. Do the same thing, but use your own quote, use your own picture, and it doesn't have to be a pretty flexing picture of you. It can just be a sweaty selfie after your workout. Because like I said, people like real and they like raw. Post a video. I am not a big video person, but I get pushed out of my comfort zone. Thank you, Emily. So I don't know if any of you remember my Shakeology Don't Drink It video. I was hyped up on Energize that day, made a really funny video there. People love that one. And again, the caption to that made people want to watch it. Share your food, because a lot of times people think that we're doing this crazy like diet thing, and they don't know that you can eat real awesome food. Like I put up here, we eat a lot of food with deer. So I had like deer steaks, carrots, celery, onions, brown rice, and people will message me after they see that and ask me for my recipe. Like, I'm not a cook or anything, but I send them whatever recipe I had, and then we usually get into talking about the 21-day fix and all that good stuff. So I think that is all I had. Let me get out of here, and I will ask if anybody has questions. I don't know how to get out. Stop share. That'll work. Maybe. Okay. There we go. All right. Cool. I did that in plenty of time. Does anyone have any questions?
You guys are all muted, so if anyone does have a question, you have to unmute yourself, FYI.
Oh, Jenna got her video back.
I did. Magic.
Guys, I was sweating through that and talking really fast.
That's okay. That's all right. The content was great. Does anybody have any questions? No? Okay. Well, guys, I want to especially thank Kate for jumping on the call tonight and putting together some great content. I hope you guys got some information and took some notes. The call is going to be recorded, or is recorded, so we'll post that in the team page under the Files tab. Kate, thank you so much for sharing and being vulnerable. You guys, like, that is so important. I can't tell you how many posts that I make that are not shiny and pretty that get more attention because it's real and it's relatable. And Kate is really, she's a master at it. So I'm so excited that you guys had a chance to hear some of her story tonight and to see the way that she shares. And to know that because you're pregnant doesn't mean you can't work a business. And I'm really glad that you drove that home tonight, Kate. So thank you guys so much for jumping on the call tonight. Becky Lilly was our winner for our edible arrangement, for those of you that jumped on late. So Becky, congratulations to you. And thank you guys for taking the time tonight to be a part of our team call and go out and make an impact. Have a great night, guys.